All right. Well, if you are joining us here live, then that is wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you're watching the replay, that would be amazing as well. I have the fantastic Odell Cohen Jr. We became Facebook friends last year at some point, and then I literally ran into him uh, on the elevator. I was like, "Oh!" And we both. Yeah. And so then we physically met in person at convention last year with a chance run in on a elevator, and it was really fun. And he is a fantastic man. However, I've never heard his story until I don't know, like not even a month ago, I don't think. And I was blown away. And I thought this story needs to be heard more. This story, this man needs to share it more. And I know for me, it was had big impact. And so I'm really excited to bring this to you. Odell is a former professional football player, incredible man. He just has so much to give all the time. He's always rooting me on, and obviously I'm rooting him on all the time too. But Odell, can you please start with your story and share with everybody where you come from, how you got here, and that little bit in between, please.
Laura, I'm sitting here grinning and skinning like I don't know, I guess like a 12th grader, you know what I mean? First of all, I'm happy to be here in your presence. You're an amazing leader. Don't let nobody tell you anything different. You are a bad girl. I admire you, man. You're very inspirational. I follow your every action. I mean, what you put on social media, every superhero needs a superhero, so to speak. And I say that humbly. Once again, my name is Odell Cohen Jr. I hail from the great state of Connecticut, but I'm partially New York, so New York is definitely in my heart. I'm a former sailor. Spent 10 years in the Navy, where I actually played football for a base team out of Asugi, Japan. And I got discovered by a Japanese pro team. Actually, two teams recruited me around the same time. Of course, I took the most lucrative deal, and I went with a club out of Kanagawa, out of Tokyo, Japan, for Jaffa. And I played, my stint lasted for about 5 seasons. And I had a blast doing it. I mean, the money was good, and I had fun, monetizing my passion, which was football. Most people ask me, well, why didn't you go to college? One, I was tired of school, coming out of high school. And I excelled in football in high school as well. But I was just burnt out on school, so I turned all scholarship offers down. And I had plenty of offers. Division II mostly, couple Division I schools, double A's. And needless to say, I went overseas and I monetized my passion. Post football, I came back to the States, and I was an aircraft mechanic. Got into a work-related accident, and really did a lot of damage to my hip, cracked my pelvis, tore my back up, tore up my right knee. Actually, what I did was I did a split. I fell and did a split from about 15, 20 feet. And by doing that, I hit the back of my head, knocked myself out. And I'm kind of glad I did knock myself out because the pain was excruciating when I came through. But I went into a funk, Laura, and that funk took me from being 6'4", 240 pounds, thinking I was in the best shape of my life, to 6'4", 400 pounds in 13 months. So as you can imagine, I acquired every autoimmune disease that's associated with obesity. I went from, like I said, 6'4", 240 to 6'4", 400, and I became diabetic, uncontrollable hypertensive, high cholesterol, sleep apnea, acid reflux to the tune of 2 throat surgeries, esophagus erosion, blistering of the vocal cords, irritable bowel syndrome, gout, you name it, I had it. I was a dead man walking, and I was very toxic. Now, mind you guys, I'm a father of 6 children. And at the time, my 6 children were all athletes in 4 different schools. Couldn't make it to any of their events because I was immobile. I mean, immobile. I made every excuse to my kid, and I fought myself, big time for it because I was lying to my kids. I can remember my son inviting me to one of his football games, and the first thing that came to my mind, Laura, was, you know what? I got to walk from the parking lot to the bleachers. So just from the parking lot to the ticket booth was probably about 100 yards. And then from the ticket booth to the bleacher was about another 75 yards. So I was like, man, I can't do it. So guess what? I didn't do it. And I kind of feel ashamed about it, allowing myself to get, to that weight and not really taking care of myself. But needless to say, here I am. I got ill back in 2013 when my blood pressure was 237 over 175. And I should have been dead because I wasn't going to the hospital. And the only reason why I went to the hospital was because my wife told me, your heart sounds erratic. We need to go to the emergency room. Now, mind you, I've been feeling bad all that day. I didn't go to the emergency room until 11:30 that night. I get there, doctor's like, thank God you got here. You could have stroked out and or had a heart attack. Did what they call workups. They lowered my pressure down to the lowest, and they worked it back up with the combination of garbage, of different types of poisons, Pharma USA, pharmaceutical drugs, splitting the headache. And I failed to tell you guys that migraine headaches was an everyday thing for me as well. So they put me on 13 different medications, sent me home 10 days later, and this is how God works. I get a good call from a good friend of mine, Pastor Kevin Mullins. I've been with this dude for 11 years. Just a great, great dude. And he turns me on to ZJ International. And he's like, well, you know what? The timing couldn't be any better for you to get on this product because you need it. Now, mind you guys, at the time, my mental thought process was, you know what? We got to get some gastric bypass surgery going on here. It's the only thing I knew because I was destitute. So my mother, my father, my wife was like, nah, don't do it. You don't need it. Now, mind you guys, I'm going through my 6th operation. And it ended up being a full total hip replacement for both hips, not just one, and then 3 years later, the other one. But by this time, I got moringa running through my veins, so I'm like, bring it on. Got invited down to take a look at the company, to meet the, at the time, Rod Larson and our COO, Ryan Palmer. Met the man, Kenneth Brales, first spent some time with Chris Estes. And I seen that, you know what? This was my calling. My calling was people anyways, but why not get this product out to the masses? So to fast forward, my first month on the product, energy out the roof, gout gone, acid reflux gone, but I wasn't losing any weight. So I got a little bit discouraged, Laura, but not knowing what I didn't know, I was losing inches. And I noticed my underwear were getting too big, and then my baseball caps were fitting too big. So I knew something was going on. I got turned on to a doctor by the name of Dr. Howard Fisher, another Canadian, out of Toronto, Canada. And Dr. Howard Fisher told me, he said, one thing about moringa, Odell, if your weight is not dropping like you wanted to drop, it's probably because you have other underlying issues, and the moringa oleifera is actually addressing those issues. Never knew that. Never knew that. So when he told me that, he asked me, what problems do you have? And I'm like, where do you want me to start? Laura, I'm like, good googly. So he was like, yeah, man, you got a lot of things going on. But I'll tell you what, my 2nd month, I lost 48 pounds. 2nd month, wow. 48 freaking pounds, man, of fat. This is not water weight. This is not, your everyday run-of-the-mill fat. This is all this body fat that's been stored over that 13-month stance. 2nd month, 3rd month, I was down to 60 pounds. By the time I got to my 6th month, I was down 78 pounds. Now, this gave me a lot of wiggle room, Laura. It gave me the opportunity to get my big butt up and to get into a gym. So I went to the gym, hired a personal trainer, and My trainer told me, he says, look, man, I'm not going to put you on no cardio with cycles and ellipticals and treadmills and what have you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in the pool. So I'm like, cool, I can deal with the water. So we're going to do some pool aquatic therapy, and we're going to do the steam room. Man, the best move I've ever seen from a trainer. From that point on, in a 3-month span, I was down 100 pounds. 100 pounds. So up into a year, up until about 14, 15 months, I was down 117 pounds. I've just recently lost more weight. So I'm down 133 pounds now. And I'm probably about 35, 40 pounds away from my mark, actually to my playing weight. So
amazing.
I mean, it's incredible. But here's the shocker though, Laura. Now, as I'm on this journey, my doctor, and I got a great doctor, man, Harry Warner, another fellow New Yorker out of Long Island. He's like, Odell, what are you doing? Because my A.
Uh-oh. 1 second, Odell.
Oh, okay. My A1Cs were 13, 14, and my glucose levels at wake up, you're not going to believe this. My glucose levels were 400, 500, 200, 300, 400, 500. Some days 560, and those are the days I would wake up and be in a fog. He was like, well, your A1Cs, man, this is the first time I've seen your A1Cs down below a 7. It was actually 6.7, 6.6. He was like, keep on doing what you're doing. By the way, what are you doing? So what you like to know, Laura, what you? I hit him with the information, and he was like, well, you know what? It sounds good, but I'm just keep doing what you're doing. He wasn't really interested in it because he's the medical doctor, and he's not here to cure me. And I'm not making any mitigations of cure, making any claims of cure. I'm letting you know what this has done for me. So, here I am today, 55 years of age, the healthiest I've been probably in my entire life, and that includes my stint of playing football through high school and into playing ball in Japan. My skin is good. My mental capacity is off the charts. And like I said, life is just good. And I got my whole family on it. So you know what? Everybody's living an enhanced quality of life over here.
That's awesome. That's absolutely incredible. So can you just say one more time the amount of weight you've released?
133 pounds of fat. And Laura, check this out. I was wearing 5X t-shirts. 5X t-shirts. Because my stomach, my belly was so huge, man. My belly was, I lost 11 and a half, 12 inches of belly fat. That's that cortisol fat that just stores for emergency purposes, the hardest fat to get rid of. And I was walking around looking like, I looked like a kangaroo with a joey, with a baby kangaroo in my gut. And I was embarrassed by that, man. There's nothing I liked about that at all. Walking around looking crazy with a gut. Because there's things you can do about it. There's options and ways, there's ways out of that. But what I failed to tell you guys too is my doctor weaned me off of 13 medications. 13 different medications. So with that being said, just the health aspect of it is cool. The weight loss is cool because the weight loss, is a byproduct of proper nutrition. But the thing that I got, the biggest byproduct that I got is getting off of those pharmaceutical drugs. And I'm going to tell you what, man, them things had me jacked up more than I ever knew. I never questioned my doctor about what he was feeding me. In fact, it took my pharmacist to tell me, hey, Odell, do you know you have 3 medications that clash? I never knew I was eating these things like freaking peanuts, man. I didn't care because I thought that was the way to go, and you don't know what you don't know what you don't know. So, Laura, our job is definitely in front of us. We have a lot of empowerment to do, a lot of teaching to do, and a lot of lives to save, man, and that's the God honest truth. I don't know if you want to touch into this, but I feel in my heart that I need to. What a lot of people are afraid of, they're afraid to talk about, the issue of money. Laura, I've been boss free now. I've been blessed by this industry to be boss free for going on 9 years now. I haven't had a boss. I haven't gotten up to go to work for nobody in over 9 years. And it's blessed me. I've seen a lot of success in it. I've met a lot of good people. I've surrounded myself around a lot of good people, and I'm definitely going to name them out. Definitely my best friend, my mentor, Kevin Mullins, my best friend, my mentor, Bob Budd, another Canadian out of Toronto, Canada, living up in BC now. My accountability partners, David Cobb, Sharita Mays, my wife, Valeria. I keep myself around positive reinforcement because there's days and times where people really get on your nerves, and you're trying to save their lives and you're trying to let them know that, I don't have a perfect way, but there's no doubt that I definitely have a better way. And just by me being able to just inject my success or myself into your life, I'm greatly compensated for doing so. And then people don't understand that, with bad health and bad wealth, they're tied in together hand in glove. So if your wealth and your finances are down, you have to ask yourself, okay, what do I need to do differently? One is you need to gain a new skill set or skill sets. But two, understand that, look, unhealthy finances, man, it feeds into worry. Worry feeds into deadening and watering down your autoimmune system. And that allows your body to get attacked by anything. Now you're sick, you got migraine headaches, you got fat coming on you, you got things growing on you that got no business growing on you. Yeah. You know what I mean, Laura? So that's our job. We're messengers of hope. We're agents of change, and that's what we have to do. And we, by all means necessary, first of all, build our foundation and go back and reach down to those who don't understand.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know what, Odell, you had a post the other day. If you're, well, I don't know if you'll remember it. If your job is broken, if your sink is broken, you fix it.
Yeah.
If your refrigerator is broken, you fix it.
Absolutely.
If your bank account is broken, why aren't you fixing it?
Why aren't you fixing it? But Laura, that's the truth, right? Why aren't you fixing that? Why?
It is the truth. And we so often just accept, this is the way my life is. I have my job. And someone else within, I believe within our Zija community actually posted, I think it was yesterday, something about along the lines of it being a shame that, or what the real scam is waiting for a year to get a 50-cent raise. And that is so much truth as well. And
that must be Canada. That must be Canada. 50-cent raise?
I'm not sure where she's from, but I'll look into that. But and that is the truth. And I really like what you said about the better way. And so it's been a pleasure speaking with you today, Odell. I have 2 questions for you. I have a couple products beside me, and I'm just wondering, of the core nutritional line, what is your favorite? I know I asked you this in text, what your favorite is, and you have a lot of favorites, but is there one that you're particularly drawn to, that you just will not go a single day without?
XM, that XM Plus is XM3 is no joke. It's no joke. That
is no joke.
Is no joke. That's rocket fuel. But here it is. Laura, check this out. I've had concussions in my days. You know what I mean? And I know I'm kind of slow when it, just to get started. But with that in my body, I automatically turn into a professor. I start talking and saying things that I think I don't remember. They just start kicking, especially if I'm training somebody and I want to keep it simple and basic. instead of talking to them like I have dictionary breath, you know.
Dictionary breath.
It's amazing, man. XM3. I gotta give kudos to XM Burn, and then definitely a big up to you know it. Big up to the Super Mix as well as the premium tea. Yeah, you gotta have that. Because it's, you know what? It makes no sense. People don't understand, you know, you're putting nutrition in your body, but you're not allowing all the toxins to get flushed. So you're not fully absorbing all the nutrition unless you're cleaning out that gut, cleaning out the lining of the intestines, cleaning out your lymph, cleaning out your liver, cleaning out, especially your liver, because your liver is your garbage can. So all those nasty dead fat cells, those cortisol fat cells that you're burning off that are flushing, you know, you're either losing them through defecation, perspiration, or urination, but the rest of them go into your kidney just sitting there. Got to get rid of them. Got to flush them somewhere. What better way to flush them with the premium tea? And you know the old saying with Zija, you know, you take our tea, you will have a moving experience. I promise you that. I promise you that. You'll have a moving experience. You get to test your footwork out real quick. You're not close enough to a bathroom.
Me and Candace Smiley were having premium tea conversations yesterday.
Who's that, Candace, you said?
Yeah, Candace Smiley, yeah.
Hey, Candace, what's going on, girl? Yeah,
she's
man.
Not here right now, and I don't think she's on. But yeah, we were having those conversations yesterday about premium tea. There's definitely, for people that take it, there is a snicker or a laugh. Everybody knows exactly what you're talking about when you're talking about premium tea.
If you want to get at somebody, just give them a tea. You got a friend that's got a big mouth. You tell them, okay, look, you want a cup of tea? I got something for you. Hold on a minute. You know, even put a little lemon in it, you know, just to throw them off.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. All right. And then I guess, Odell, what is one thing that you would like to leave with the people that watch this, our listeners right now, and the people that watch the replay? What is one thing you believe everybody needs to know and get out there, just really know? What's one thing that you want everyone to really know?
Well, I mean, I want to start off by saying this, first of all, Laura, and I'm not sitting here saying this to gas you up, so to speak, but the world needs more Lauras. You see what I'm saying? More Laura Lees. I mean, we're out here and we're doing things, and we know by the heart of all hearts that we have a product that will virtually change your outcome, your life, the way you feel, how you live it. So to people that are listening to this, if you are associated with Laura Lee, this is what I highly encourage and recommend that you do. I recommend that you get with her and give her the opportunity to let her share with you what she's working on, what she has going on. You'll never know what you come to get out of this unless you give her the opportunity to let you know what it is that she's very, and when I say passionate, there's no joke about it. She's very, very passionate about what she does. She loves people, and I know her heart, and I know her heart is similar to mine, which makes us frustrated internally that we can't get to enough people that really need us to get to them. So my saying to everybody out there generically is, understand this, man. There's really no reason in this day and time for us to walk around unhealthy, and then two, to have unhealthy finances, man. Find yourself a home-based business, guys. Give yourself the opportunity to one, change your tax bracket. Go from a W-2 mindset to a W-4 mindset. Give yourself the opportunity to write off all these different taxes. And the last time I heard, Sandy Bakken, who was telling us about, teaches us about taxes from TaxBot, he said that when you join a home-based business, you virtually give yourself, or literally give yourself, a $3,000 to $7,000 raise. So why not give yourself a raise? This is not the old way of Amway and where we get a lot and let it rot. We're here to show you a better way to take back your life, to set up for your children's future, to give yourself an opportunity to get away from the land of have-nots, to get off that zero, and to own what you do, to become that real man or that woman, and literally own what it is that you do. Doesn't cost to get a free. I mean, let me tell you something about Teach International. First of all, too, we have people that are willing to teach you new skill sets for free. They're willing to put their life on a back burner to give you the opportunity to learn something new that will forever change your life. So get with the person that brought you here. Get with my girl Laura. Get with me. If you want more information, if you want different in your life, we're here to help.
Absolutely. Thank you, Odell. Yes, I just want to reiterate, if someone has invited you to this video, please connect with them again, even if you just want more information about the product, if you want more information about the opportunity, or both. Get back in touch with whoever directed you to this video. Super important. And yes, everything you just said was very valid, and thank you so much for the kind words in regards to me. I really appreciate that.
Truth.
And for the people that are listening right now live, do you guys have any questions before we just really wrap it up here? I just want to make sure. We've had some comments, that's for sure, but I think just agreeing, and yeah. So if anybody has any questions, please let us know. I don't see anything coming up. So
all right.
For now, I think we will let everybody go. I am so grateful that you joined me today, Odell, and I will share this video out. So Rayla says, Odell, when are you coming to Canada?
When are you going to invite me?
Invitation's open. Invitation's open anytime.
Tell her the pleasure would be all mine. I mean, she can hear me. I'm about to tell her the pleasure would be all mine. I mean, I'm deeply rooted in Canada as well.
Are you?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think for now, let's let Odell get back on with his day. And thank you so much, Odell, for joining me today.
Thank you, sweetheart. You're such a sweetheart, Laura.
No, thank you. And I appreciate everything that you do for me. I know me and you talk a little bit, quite a bit in the back on Messenger, and you have some great advice, and you post some incredible things. So if you don't follow Odell, please go follow him, because he is packed with truth. He is packed with like amazing things that he puts out there. He's on a mission as well. Great guy to link arms with. So if you're here because he invited you or someone from his team invited you, please connect, because you're going to get great value and you're going to move yourself forward in your life for sure. So have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.